1400 years ago, in the deserts of Arabia, a man stood with a message, a man who could not read, a man who could not write. Yet the words he spoke would outlive empires, transform nations, and echo in the hearts of billions. This is the story of a book that could not have come from a man, a life without pen or paper. Muhammad, peace be upon him, grew up in Makkah. He never went to school, never learned letters. He was known not for books, but for truthfulness, for honesty. And when revelation came, it came not in ink and pages, but in sound, a voice he would memorize, recite, and teach. 23 years, no mistakes. For 23 years, verses came down, sometimes a few words, sometimes an entire chapter, revealed in Makkah, in Medina, on journeys, in times of peace, and in times of war. The order was not chronological. The events were scattered, yet not once did he forget a verse. Not once did he contradict himself. If a single letter was recited incorrectly, his companions, who had heard it before, would correct him instantly. No secret writing. He had wives. He had servants. He had close companions with him day and night. If he had secretly written the Qur'an, someone would have seen. Someone would have spoken. But no one did. Not a friend. Not an enemy. Not once in history. A voice not his own. And listen closely. The Qur'an doesn't sound like Muhammad. It speaks to him, commands him, even corrects him. Would a man write words that criticize himself? Words that say, "You frowned and turned away." Words that warn, if he made up any sayings in our name, we would seize him. This is not the voice of a man. Simple for all, deep for the scholar. The Qur'an is simple enough for a child to grasp. Believe in one God. Do good. Prepare for the next life. Yet it is deep enough to challenge scientists, historians, and linguists for centuries. It speaks about the stars, the seas, the womb, the mountains, with no error, long before modern science confirmed it. The melody of the Qur'an. And then, there is its sound, not poetry, not prose, but a melody that soothes the heart, moves the soul, and brings tears even to those who do not understand Arabic. A sound unchanged. For over 14 centuries. The divine challenge. The Qur'an challenges humanity. If you are in doubt about what we have sent down, produce one chapter like it. 1400 years later. The challenge remains unmet. No poet, no scholar, no AI can match it. Hidden numerical symmetry. Day appears 365 times, the number of days in a year. Month appears 12 times, the number of months in a year. Man and woman, mentioned equally 24 times each. Land and sea, mentioned in a ratio matching Earth's geography. All revealed orally, by a man who could not read or write. Closing reflection. If this book was from a man, it would have flaws. It would sound like human speech. It would have mistakes, contradictions, biases. But it doesn't. Instead, it speaks like no other book. It speaks to the shepherd and the scientist, to the illiterate and the professor, to you. This is not the voice of Muhammad. This is the timeless voice of God.